By virtue of the powers vested in me as acting Vice-Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievement being celebrated on this occasion. You may be seated. Distinguished guests, graduandi, diplomandi, colleagues and cousins, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I will repeat. Distinguished guests, graduandi, diplomandi, colleagues and cousins, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is better. Somebody once told me that when you grow old, you forget or you lose three most important things. The first is your memory. The second is your ability to remember what you have just said. And I forgot the third one. My memory is so terrible that I have to change my password to incorrect. Now I get a reminder that your password is incorrect every time I enter it wrong. So I'm able to get the correct one. Ladies and gentlemen, I am both humbled and elevated by the honor and privilege to welcome you on behalf of the Chancellor of the University of South Africa, Dr. Thabo Mbeki, and the Vice Chancellor, Professor Puleng Lengabula, to this graduation ceremony this afternoon. Dames and yere, mo ke tswa go ona ba re moyeng wa boshigo ga a rakwe. O tla ba wa raka le motlabo wa mmago. This one is loaded, both figuratively and literally. When I asked the linguists or the language experts about the equivalent, the English equivalent, one said it might mean do not throw the baby with the bath water. And one said it may mean don't kill the goose that lay golden egg. However, I believe the saying described in the letter to the Hebrew, chapter 13, verse 2, do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by so doing, some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it. I didn't hear amen. Bomme le bontate, all humans, including our graduandi and diplomandi, interpret the meaning of information based on their preconceived ideas of how the world works. These preconceptions are called paradigms, epistemologies, ontologies, axiologies, axioms, models, and all the ologies that you can think of. We may never know whether the axiom or model we are using are correct or true, only that they have yet to be disproved. And if they have been disproved, we may still not yet know that information, or we may simply choose to ignore it. That our models may ultimately be incorrect, although as yet unproven, does not matter. As Stephen Hawking, author of the most popular scientific publication of all time, reckons, one cannot say that one model is more correct than the other, only more useful. For where you are sitting now, graduandi and diplomandi, if you see 6 written on the floor, the people here on the stage will see 9. And we are both correct. Context is the key. Indeed, there are different shades of the gray, as the universe is not black and white. Even the minimum stories, there's no single story. The minimum stories are 5. It is my story, your story, our story, somebody else's story interpreting our story to make a complete story. So the stories are 5. If you hear one story, always tell the person that you will still need the second story, also to give the third story, and the fourth and the fifth story. One should always keep in mind that the fact that just because a certain truth has not yet been found does not mean the current truth is true. Whose true is true. Just like creation was true to everyone until evolution emerged. Evolution can also be true to those until the real truth or the full story of creation is revealed. Just as it is true that the earth is a little over 7,000 years old, it is also true that the world is millions of years old. The law of gravity was true binding until the law of aerodynamics came into place. While gravity was right that all that goes up must come down under force, the law of aerodynamics by which aircrafts were made said not necessarily, not on the same space. I really don't like thinking about gravity because it always brings me down. At one time, the most popular model of the earth was that it was flat. Christopher Columbus disproved this model in 1492. However, when he successfully sailed west from Spain to North America without falling off the edge, today members of the Flat Earth Society is reserved for those who choose to ignore the unequivocal results of Columbus' liberating discovery. Someone will ask, if the earth is rotating, one day we are going to wake up in China. Ladies and gentlemen, we all have within us the drive towards excellence. One useful classification of human personality divides us into 4 categories: analytical, expressive, driving, and amiable. Most of us have one primary characteristics. Many have 2, and a few have 3. Unisa graduandi and diplomandi are one of the few who possess all 4 in almost equal degree. A rare combination. Let us give them a round of applause. Today, they proved that gardens are not made by sitting in the shade. You sit in the shade for you would have planted a tree many months ago. And the best time to plant a tree was when you register. Today you are harvesting and you are also sitting under the shade. But today is also the second best time to plant another tree, so that in few years' time, you can also harvest and also sit in that shade. No invigilator app to keep on flagging you when you write exam. Today's celebrations, no high similarity index from Turnitin, but celebrations. And when it is a graduation season, UNISA students celebrate for a reason. For they know that the darkest hour is just before dawn, and diligence is the mother of good fortune. Today, it is time to honor your hard work, dedication, and the significant milestone of completing your studies. Great start determines great finish. For in the Northern Sotho, they say, "Molamo ge o tla bolawa, o kwagala marithong." It is tough. Those who can speak the language of Wumma, please translate to your neighbors. But it may mean great start determines great finish. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not alone. I am with those that you asked ancient paths from. For the Northern Sotho adage also says, "Matlakua maswae magamadala." Indeed, the youth rely on the wisdom of the elderly. You relied on the wisdom of the people here on stage. I am with those who became academics because they believe in the life of the mind, and they provided different type of support to the graduandi and diplomandi to be here today. These men and women on the stage subscribe to a statement attributed to Albert Einstein that said, "I never teach my students. I only attempt to provide the condition in which they can learn." Close quote. From the office of the registrar, we have Dr. B. Lekubu. We also have the Vice Principal for Operations and Facilities, Mr. M.S. Motebele. And the one who's serenading this august occasion with a melodious rendition is Leon Grayling, our organist. And we also have the council member, Mr. Brian Mpatlele. From the College of Law, we have Professor R. Ahmed. College of Human Sciences, we have Professor M.J. Madise. We also have the Dean of Students, Dr. O. Sipuka. From College of Economic and Management Sciences, we have Professor S.R. Malefani, Professor Jordan. From College of Education, we have Professor M.J. Taule, Professor R.B. Munyai, Professor S.A. Ngubani, and we also have the Executive Director for Support and Tuition Facilitation of Learning, Professor M. Maranu. And we also have supervisors for the red gown. I'm always interested in the red gown. I will tell you one day why. We have the supervisor, Professor S. Gamcha, Dr. B. Gordon, Professor M.S. Tobani, Dr. D. Hanaway, Professor R. Buotha, Professor S. Mukwena, Professor L. Mbadi, and Professor R. Dumadi. And the PhD graduates are Elijah Sibanda, Ogba Ugu, Dokas Chitio, Justin Adu, Njabulo Kosa, Nason Mukonda, Anna Marie Nangolo, and Esha Nangoma. Let us give them a round of applause. And a special announcement is that in our midst, there is a former member of parliament and a member of our portfolio committee on higher education, Mr. Bafosi Yabo. Welcome, sir. And welcome to the University of the Land, University of South Africa, the colossal from which the graduandi and diplomandi learn. Most in the know and in the leadership are the product of this noble institution, the fountain from which the students have drunk their education thirst. Relax and enjoy the hospitality of the land, the University of the Land, University of South Africa, UNISA, not University of UNISA. Ululate if you can. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to request Professor S. van Antwerpen to deliver the Chancellor's address.
Ndi Mashiane, Salibonani, Molo, good afternoon, Sawubona, Dumelang, Tobela, Abocheni, goeiemiddag. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Prof. M.S. Mwepe, dignitaries and representatives of the UNISA community, most importantly our graduates, family and friends. It is a true honor and privilege to stand before you today. On this day of celebration, as we mark the achievements of our graduates from every corner of South Africa and beyond, today we have reached a milestone that represents not just academic excellence, but courage, discipline, and perseverance. Graduation is special for many people, and for many reasons. It's a moment of reflection, of gratitude, and of hope. It is the day when late nights, family sacrifices, financial strain, and countless assignments are transformed into a single beautiful word, success. But as we celebrate your success, I want to ask you a question that may stay with you for the rest of your lives. What is your superpower in life? When I speak of superpower, I don't mean flying through the sky or leaping over buildings. I mean the inner strength that allows ordinary people to do extraordinary things. Your superpower might not make headlines, but it changes lives. It is the strength that keeps you going when the Wi-Fi drops during an online exam. It is the courage to submit your final assignment after a long shift of work. It is the determination to study after putting your children to bed. That is what I mean by superpower. The quiet, powerful qualities that define who you are when life tests you. Open distance learning is not for the faint-hearted. It requires a kind of resilience that traditional learning does not always demand. You, our graduates, have learned to manage your own time, to teach yourself difficult concepts, and to motivate yourself when no lecturer stood at the front of a classroom. You have mastered the art of balancing your studies with work, family, community responsibilities, and sometimes even with the uncertainty of the world around you. That ability to adapt, to stay focused, and to keep faith within your goals is your superpower. In a world that changes rapidly, where technology disrupts careers and global events, reshaped our lives, adaptability is one of the most valuable powers you can possess. And ODEL graduates have that in abundance. You have learned to thrive in digital spaces, to communicate across distance, to collaborate virtually, and to stay connected through learning. You are, in every sense, pioneers of a modern university. Let's talk about another superpower, perseverance. Every one of you has faced moments of difficulty. There were times when you wanted to give up. Maybe you wondered, can I really do this? Maybe you had to pause your studies for a year due to financial challenges. Maybe you doubted yourself, but you didn't give up. You reminded yourself why you have started, for your children, your future, your community. You pushed through. And that, graduates, is what separates dreamers from achievers. Perseverance is the engine behind success. It is the voice inside you that says, keep going. When you look back at your degree certificate one day, I hope you see that it's not just a piece of paper, but the story of perseverance, the story of a person who refused to be defeated. A true superpower is always connected to purpose. Each of you have a reason for being here today. Some of you studied to advance your careers. Some wanted to be role models for your families. Some wanted to transfer their communities or to contribute towards South Africa's growth. Whatever your reason, purpose gave you learning meaning. It turned studying from duty into calling. And here lies the profound truth. When you align your superpower with your purpose, you become unstoppable. So, as you leave here today, ask yourself, how will I use my power? Will I use it to building bridges between people, to solve problems in my community, to innovate in my field, to teach, heal, lead, and to inspire? Your degrees give you knowledge, but the purpose gives that knowledge direction. If there's one thing our world needs right now, is compassion. We are living in a time of great technological progress, but also deep social division. The real heroes of tomorrow will not be those who have the most data, but those who have the most heart. Kindness is a superpower. Listening is a superpower. Empathy, the ability to feel with others, is a superpower. As graduates of an ODEL university, you already understand the value of connection. You know what it means to reach out through the screen and still make a human contact or impact. You have built relationships through discussion forums, video calls, and collaborative assignments. You have learned that learning is not just about information, it's about understanding people. Carry that forward. In your workplaces, be the one who listens. In your community, be the one who includes. In your families, be the one who encourages. That is how we rebuild trust and dignity in our society. Graduation is not the end of learning, it's the beginning of a new chapter. In the ODEL model, you have already proven that learning can happen anywhere, anytime. That mindset, the belief that knowledge is limitless, is a superpower that will carry you throughout your life. We live in a world where jobs evolve, industries shift, and skills become outdated overnight. But the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn, that is the future. So stay curious, take short courses, read widely, engage in your communities, mentor others, continue to grow. As Nelson Mandela reminded us, education is the most powerful weapon which can use to change the world. But remember, that weapon must be sharpened continuously. Let me add one more, the power of hope. Hope is the fuel that drives change. When we lose hope, we stop believing in possibilities. You are graduating in a country that still faces many challenges: inequality, unemployment, climate change, and social unrest. But you are also entering a world of incredible potential. South Africa's greatest resource is not in its minerals and land, it is its people. You are part of that resource. You are the generation that can dream new solutions, build new systems, and create new opportunities. Let your imagination guide you. The next great idea, the next innovation, the next community transformation might come from someone sitting right next to you today. That too is a superpower, to believe in a better world when it's not yet visible. Before I close, let us acknowledge that no one reaches this stage alone. Behind every graduate, a network of support, family members who believe in you, partners who sacrificed, children who gave you space to study, employers who were patient, lecturers and tutors who guided you. To all of them, we say thank you. Graduates, gratitude keeps us grounded. It reminds us that power is not about standing above others, but about lifting others up. So wherever you go, carry the spirit of humility and appreciation. Graduates, today you join a community of scholars, professionals, leaders who are shaping the future, our nation and continent. You are ambassadors of an institution that believes in access, inclusion, and lifelong learning. The world will always be kind. There will be times of uncertainty and doubt. When it happens, remember your superpower, the one that brought you here. Whether it's perseverance, compassion, creativity, or courage, hold on to it. Because your superpower is not only how you wear it, it's something you live. It is in how you treat people, how you respond to challenges, how you continue to learn, grow, and serve. So as we walk across the stage today, remember that you are not only receiving your degree, you are receiving a responsibility to use your education for good. Find your superpower, use it to light the way of others, and never forget, the world needs your kind of power. Congratulations, class of 2025. May your journey be bright, your purpose clear, and your superpower unstoppable. Thank you.
Professor van Antwerpen is reminding us to find our superpower. One of those is adaptability, perseverance, and purpose. Adaptability, we reminded of Charles Darwin, who tells us that only the species that can adapt will survive, not those that are strong, only those that can adapt. And perseverance, she's saying that perseverance is the mother of success. Kapulelo ya bomma ba re tšhiwa na e sa kgweng e leta monono. And we also need to find our purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give her a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, Before we start with the conferment of the degrees and diplomas, may I kindly request you not to leave the hall before the end of the ceremony. And if you're using a phone like mine, which is powered by paraffin, please switch it off. Those that can be on flight mode. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose name appear in the program, and I request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Elijah Sabanda for the degree of Doctor of Laws, and his supervisor, Prof. S.D. Kamka, is not here. I will have the pleasure to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree. The title of the thesis, The Liability of Companies for Human Rights Violation in Zimbabwe and South Africa, Lessons from the United Kingdom. The co-supervisor was Prof. D.M. Farisani. In his thesis titled The Liability of Companies for Human Rights Violations in Zimbabwe and South Africa, Lessons from the United Kingdom, he examines the challenges of holding wealth generating companies accountable for human rights violations. Through a comparative analysis of South Africa, Zimbabwe, and the United Kingdom, jurisdictions that hold companies accountable through criminal, constitutional, and corporate laws, he makes a valuable contribution to the field of law. His recommendations include both judicial and non-judicial mechanisms designed to effectively hold companies liable for human rights violations. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Elijah Sabanda the degree of Doctor of Laws.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Law on Elijah Sabanda. Congratulations.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Ogba Uko, the degree of Doctor of Laws, and the supervisor is also not here, but I have the privilege to read the citation on behalf of Dr. B.J. Gordon. The thesis title is Emerging Trends in Cybercrime in South African Law, a Comparative Study. In his thesis entitled Emerging Trends in Cybercrime in South African Law, a Comparative Study, the candidate critically examines South Africa's cybercrime legislation in light of developing global threats. The study evaluates the Cybercrimes Act 19 of 2020, comparing it with legal frameworks in Kenya and the USA, and assesses alignment with international standards. The candidate identifies key legal and enforcement gaps and proposes measures for a more robust cyber legislative regime. The thesis makes timely contribution to the discourse on digital law reform in South Africa. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request to you to confer on Ogba Uko the degree of Doctor of Laws.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Laws on Ogba Ugo. Congratulations.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Dorcas Tatenda Chitiyo for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Prof. M.S. Tobane, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree. In her thesis entitled A Critical Analysis of the Treatment of Transgender and Intersex People in the Zimbabwean Criminal Justice Institutions, she examines how transgender and intersex individuals are treated in Zimbabwe's criminal justice institutions, focusing on the Zimbabwe Republic Police, the Zimbabwe Judicial Service Commission, Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Services, and the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission. She finds that the binary sex classification system marginalizes TGI people, undermining their dignity and restricting their access to both substantive and procedural justice. The research calls for immediate and sustainable reforms to promote inclusive justice. Professor Nicolene Mullins was the co-supervisor for the candidate. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Dorcas Tatendo Chitiyo the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Dorcas Tatenda Chitiyo.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Justina Adu for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Dr. Hanaway, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis titled Investigating the Use of Creative Arts as an Instructional Pedagogy for Holistic Development in Ghanaian Kindergartens, Justina Adu examined the integration of creative arts into kindergarten teaching and learning. Drawing on experiential learning theory and using a qualitative case study approach, she worked with 24 participants in Cape Coast to explore how teachers apply art-based pedagogies. Her study revealed that creative arts significantly enhance children's cognitive, emotional, social, and physical development. She recommends professional development, curriculum integration, and stronger resource support to promote holistic child development through imaginative, expressive, and interactive teaching approaches.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Justina Adu the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Justina Adu.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Njabulo Khoza for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I will read the citation in the absence of his supervisor, Prof. R.J. Botha, in support of the conferment of the degree. Gender discrimination and the marginalization of female teachers aspiring to leadership roles in the education sector remain pressing issues requiring attention. In his thesis titled Strategic Leadership, Overcoming Gender Marginalization of Female Principals in Rural South African Secondary Schools, Njabulo Khoza used a case study design and a qualitative research approach to show how strategic leadership could overcome gender marginalization in rural South African secondary schools. The guidelines that he developed could be applied not only in local schools but also in schools in other developing countries. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Njabulo Khoza the degree of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Njabulo Khoza.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Nason Mukonda for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Prof. S.P. Mukwena, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree. In the absence of the supervisor, I have the pleasure to read the citation. In his thesis entitled Understanding the Influence of Principals' Instructional Leadership Practices on the Academic Achievement of Primary Schools Learners in Oshigodo region in Namibia, he thoroughly investigates how principals' instructional leadership techniques are assisting or impeding students' academic progress in a context influenced by distinct socioeconomic, cultural, educational dynamics and 21st century learning imperatives. Although Weber's instructional leadership model underpinned the study, however, it was criticized for not being more sensitive to the demands of modern education, especially post-COVID-19 outbreak. Alongside Weber's model of IL, this study proposes alternative viewpoints that integrate aspects of contemporary leadership paradigms, including distributed, digital, and adaptive leadership, to better prepare principals for the changing problems in post-pandemic education. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Nason Mukunda the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Nason Mukonda.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Anna Marie Nangolo for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Prof. L.S.A. Mbati, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis titled Online Inclusive Support Towards Student Self-Determination in a Namibian Distance Learning Institution, she used qualitative research approaches to investigate the high attrition rates and exclusion in the institution. Her findings led to the addition of the collaborative online support phase to Rota's inclusive student support process model, as well as the introduction of academic and community-based support to foster self-determination. The study highlights the importance of customized inclusive support systems in promoting equitable access to education. It provides both theoretical and empirical contributions to online support service provision and offers practical recommendations for policy and practice.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Anna Marie Nangolo the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Anna Marie Nangolo.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Asha Nagoma for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Prof. R.I. Lumadi, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree. In the absence of Prof. Lumadi, I have the pleasure to read the citation. In her thesis titled Exploring Tutors' Performance Appraisal Contents and Their Impacts on Ugandan's Primary Teachers Colleges, she examined how appraisal system influence tutors' effectiveness and professional growth. She makes a valuable contribution to the body of knowledge in the field of education management by proposing a performance appraisal and feedback model tailored to teacher training institutions. The proposed model could provide educative support for administrators and policymakers in enhancing their understanding of appraisal practices, improving tutors' motivation, and promoting accountability and quality in teacher education. Professor L.D. Libilwani was the co-supervisor. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Asha Nangoma the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Asha Nangoma.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Master of Education. Tambi Raishe Tafadzwa Tinosias Chirima. Machako Valencia Chwene, the degree is received with distinction. And may I mention that she's our colleague. Rabia Khan, degree received with distinction. Mahlohonolo Helen Khoza. Nomtimba Maggie Machala. Simakaleng Moses Mokhotlwa. Vuyelwa Brenda Pinto. Francois David Smith, degree received with distinction. Blessing Mahuda. Kashiso Mahlohonolo Namuchana.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Zanele Meslani receives the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours, and the degree is obtained with a distinction.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education Honours. Prudency Chulisile Dube. Musa Petunia Kolotse. Thokozile Agrineth Sole.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education. Nunu Gladys Africa. Mashate. Aga. Jean-Marie Celeste Enfield. Malebu Monica Chilwani. Samkelisiwe Lushila Dlamini. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Chanel Erasmus received a degree with distinction. Precious Rorisang Fafaza. Megan Ferreira. Iferi Patient Gundula. Kahal Harichun. Dimakato. Miriam Shalele. How Miriam? Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Sibongile Aldagiani received a degree with distinction. Ikwa Moshate. Okay. Kokecho Eunice, all right. Kokecho Eunice Batung. Kokecho Eunice Kanyani. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Tshepo Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Tshepo Raisecha Ifenia Kekana received a degree with distinction. Ayanda Lungile Khoza. Sekgofatso Khoza. Pride Guguletu Libisi. Puledi Valencia Machete. Bongeka Priti Madonsela. Mimi Mapasika Mafahle. La Mimi. Ntabiseng Majara. Mpho Jeanette Malika. Sokamohola Kaniti. Sokamohola Hazel Mampuru. Hive le baton. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Thebe Shilda Marakalala receives a degree with distinction. Thampo Sibusiso Kutlwano Maseko. Tselane Rachel Mashala. Innocentia all right. Innocentia ke lebogile Masikane. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Pilisile Athalia Masilela receives a degree with distinction. Eni Masongwani. Mamotsabo Intelia Matebe. Koketso Gertrude Mathobela. Mapula Betty Matuha. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Nokolo Matolo receives the degree with distinction. Pindile Maina Mavuso. Sheli Fungai Mbofana. Sibongile Lemata Mkabela. Julia Musibudi Mudiba. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Sefesi Yolanda Mudipa receives a degree with distinction. Thabo Kenneth Mufukeng. Lindiwe Patience Mukhosi. Nico Gift Mukotedi. Dimakatso Anastasia Muliko. Nkathadi Patience Mutaung. Handeka Sibongokuhle Mponchani. Nompumelelo Msiza. Tisetso Msiza. Chimangadzo Mukwebo. Belina Ndimande. Philokuhle Ngema. Lindokuhle Valencia Nkosi. Umphile Virginia Nkuna. Busisiwe Fenel Nyangwa. Innocent Karabo Celia Pete. Khomotso Mule Phakula. Matlodi FL Pasha. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Larisha Pillay received a degree with distinction. Matsheko Boitshoko Rakau. Katlego Constance Ramu Eban. Ramu Khutut. Yeah?
Ramu Hototwan.
Wabon? Celesta Pelani Ramusi. Makhotso Edith Ranto. Katlego Mshate. Katlego Lucia Sibika. Matome Pete Selamulela. Doctors Masibodu Selimi. Lerato Patience Sising. Amanda Sindelo. Malkhotla Sombani. Ke lebogile Charlotte Taunyane. Umphile Jeffrey Tautona. Ekwa Palesa Aribe Palesa du Palesa Tobakhale. Tulani Advocate Tulari. Mutsidisi Violet Tsulo. Forgiveness Magadi Tshwaro. Phumzile Betty Zaba. Cindy Antoinette Zwani. Khomotso Nanana Margaret. Harfenzong khomotso Chansitu. Motso ererba di balepe. Khomotso Nanana Margaret Monini. Ntabiseng Melita Nkosi. Mamane Phumelelo Khwahla. Nontazeko Njoko. Kidibone Tseki. Huntse Lefifi. Khokego Tsheoga.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Jaden Joshua Apalasamy. Taylor Armstrong. Janelle Chetty. Muhammad Rashid Darcy. Nkumeleni Foster Gabara. You say Ditron or Ditron? Ditron Ishae Godfrey. Wilkie Hillebrand. I'll be fine. Stand there and look at the camera. Stand further forward on the... Wilco Wilkins Hillebrand. Bongani Sandile Schlatzwayo. Nakubonga Namtebo Gwala. Lucas Martinez Janssen. Constantino Andrise Kosa. Pilili Octavia Gugu Kumalu. You say Lazarick? Lazarick. Greg Malcolm Lazarick. Well done. Mbali Nadise, Nadzi Mashlangu. Sorry. Zanele Duduzile Machitse. Naledi Musi. The previous one. I just need to correct, there was a distinction that I didn't read for Zanele Duduzili Machitsi. Sorry. Sivive Ndikinda. Kavim Rakbir. Raymond Sechodi. Moloko Johanna Sevake. Priskar Sitole. Christina Nani Tilele. Lunhengo Susan Chizikawe.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Martini Melissa Asamani. Tabelo Franz Baloy. Nomvula Christina Bebeza. Unati Soleka Ketsekile. Lebohang Thelma Koza. Mologadi Hazel Lehodi. Puleng Joseph Lekotwane. Sherry Lee Lau. Pindile Elizabeth Marke. Dimakatsu Alicia Mamabolo. Setlola Alpheus Mamabolo. Abednego Mulejane. Josias Mosoto Motsoeneng. Kolisile Precious Misimango. Tilivali Nora Mutoti. Nkesani Ndlovu. David Mandla Ndlovu. Sifiso Njozela. Itumaleng Lele Nkwana. Temba Pete Ntuli. Leta Chioma Ozo. Kebonetuso James Rakolokwa. Lerato Margaret Larejala. Rulani Humphrey Shirinda. Tiniko Brighton Shivuri. Bafuze Siselo Yabo. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the College of Law. Masadiki Ketiwe Bridget Apani. Letogonlolo Anna Banda. Elina Tembi Butelezi. Andre Janse van Rensburg. Sholofelo Coco Lebelo. Ezekiel Moabi Mahalefa. Boitumelo Priscilla Mamabolo. Papabelo Tim Maribani. Vilma Ruth Masitela. Cedric Chepo Menyoko. Cabelo Ramaboa. Punsho Shenasi Ramasodi. Lerato Lina Setai. Machadi Sibanda.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Ngobile Prudence Machila. Ngobile Prudence Machila receives the postgraduate diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Law. Mukolo Witi Banda. Zunisani Shavalala. Anele Bahle Jomfana. Katlego Golekane. Bonang Almon Mochaba. Timakatso Evodia Maidi. Mina Tlalile Makubedu. Fenyo Victor Matuloi. Johanna Ntakana Matlu. Halalelo Monwametse. Lady Boanamarena Motapo. Cabo Francina Mutlana. Kelebogile Venolia Moyo. Simankele Moyo, and the diploma was obtained with distinction. Bongani Prince Mtinkulu. Amogelang Samson Gobeni. Nomawetu Kristen Zija. Gladys Nyadzani. Lelefo Geraldine Pico. Pavelilo Shivase.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Solofelo Peter Apane. Haugelo Elizabeth Chogwe. Solofelo Tabita Choma. Elizabeth Buitumelo Mufukeng Dlamini. Matapelo Yvonne Dlamini. Mamoluku Charlotte Diale is a staff member of the university. Tumishang Hope Ditsile. Magdalena Puleng Chanchi. Kumiseni Gianna, diploma obtained with distinction. Lizelle Kumola. Pinky Clementine Ledwaba. Ntabiseng Tato Lesinya. Raini Matebe Letwaba. Nkosinati Wilson Mabena. Ntabiseng Ponsensia Makakaba. Diploma obtained with distinction. Hobiani Sandra Makoba. Kwezi Sina Malapani. Kifilwe Salfina Mamabolo. Stanley Shikombiso Maganyi. Leticia Diego Masala. Mapotso Mampi Buledi Mashabela. Nagang Sanet Mashilo. Fanuel Mashimbe. Nzako Walter Matebula. Salome Fredina Matie. Ntabiseng Matlo. Antoinette Ageshin Mhlanga. Mahlatsi Fortunate Mogoto. Congratulations. Tanyani Richard Molamu. Matsilani Maria Murajani. Mahlatsi Robert Murupani. Dimakatso Muswana. Tendo Mulaudzi, diploma obtained with distinction. Tertia Vutivi Ngoveni, diploma obtained with distinction. Zanele Ngobese. Zanele Patient Nkosi. Langutelani Ngmalo. Buitumelo Lucinda Pamudi. Rofiwa Ramava. Mwanatso ku Pinky Rampedi. Grace Mabone Lesedi Rapiri. Knowledge Rikhotso. Matsiye Jeanette Sekhoto. Kundani Sivada. Ntokozo Rishi Swane. Koketso Victoria Tepa. Nomfundo Precious Tobela, diploma obtained with distinction. Monimang Carol Kaba. Ntombiyokolo Faith Zulu.
Let us give them a round of applause. In my welcome address, I told you that I'm interested in the red gown because I want to be like them. Can I request the graduandi who are wearing the red gowns to stand up? I would like to congratulate them and welcome to the doctorate Dr. Sivanda, Dr. Ugo, Dr. Chidio, Dr. Adu, Dr. Kosa, Dr. Mukonda, Dr. Dangolo, and Dr. Nangoma. Let us give them a hand. We can't make doctors to stand for long. Let them sit down. You may be seated. And I would like to congratulate their supervisors, Professor Kamcha, Dr. Gordon, Professor Tobani, Dr. Hanaway, Professor Buotha, Professor Mukwena, Professor Mbadi, and Professor Lumadi. Let us also give them a round of applause. All good things come to an end. Where I come from, Kapulelo ya bomma ba re se se sa felego se a hlola. Speaking of Pulelo ya bomma from Polokwane, you know, in Polokwane, Polokwane or Limpopo is a country on its own. If you are in Polokwane, there are these people, pickpocketers. They will touch you and say to you, your money is going to turn into paper. So bring the money so that I can pray for it. The moment you bring it to be prayed, when you get home, it's indeed paper. So I would like the others et al., those that haven't stood up already, the et al. I'll call them the et al. For now. I understand they do understand the language. Can you please stand up and then take out the certificate so that you show people who accompanied you here that we didn't give you just a paper, a blank paper. And wave the paper to the people who accompanied you here. Thank you. Thank you. I did say to people that they should stand up, and they didn't stand up. They are not following the rules. That's why some others were also not following the rules when they were here on stage. And even when they write assignments, they were not following the rules. We just don't follow the rules. And when I was in Polokwane attending the wedding, and then this one asked me, Shechiba Kisan. He was asking about where the program is. Hence I'm saying that all good things are coming to an end. Now to the graduandi and diplomandi. Do you take UNISA to be your alma mater? And I want you to repeat after me after I've said this. And you'll have to listen very carefully and record it in your memory and say after me. I, the bona fide student of UNISA, take you, UNISA, to be my alma mater. I promise to post positive stories, the tuition of future students of my alma mater, and cherish the University of the land, in good times and in bad times, in sickness and in health. For the rich, for poor, for worse, and forsaking all other universities and starting only with UNISA. And while starting with UNISA, submitting assignments on time and ensuring that my similarity index is below 35%. For as long as I'm starting with UNISA, and I will start with UNISA forever until I got the PhD. Indeed, the standard of living can only be elevated by education and by innovation. So to the graduandi and diplomandi, I'm saying it is your life, it is your career, it is your certificate. In a business world of doing more with less, your designation as a UNISA graduate and as a UNISA alumni prepares you to understand many facets of your profession and be able to contribute to grand societal challenges. And in a business world that is rapidly changing, as a UNISA graduate, shows you are up to date with the latest technology and techniques. And in a business world in which new jobs are increasingly competitive, as UNISA graduate, you should demonstrate that you have acquired knowledge to lead change and deploy best practices. You should not be rigid and resistant to change. If you do not manage change, change is going to mismanage you. We thank you for choosing the university that shapes futures in service of humanity. We are so glad that you chose us out of all the 26 universities in the country and made it to your seat today. Hence, I'm saying that we are thanking you. And as you celebrate your victory, I am calling you black sheep. Not because you are wrong, but because you are different. The black sheep does not blend in not because they can't, but because they won't. So you step out. You build the bridges the flock never knew it needed. You don't need to fit in, for you were born to stand out and lead forward. And if you stand for nothing, you will fall for anything. And some things will never move in your favor until you yourself make a move. Your destiny is calling you, but it is not coming to you. I always like the analogy of the sliding doors. Sliding doors stay closed until a human being makes a move. They then slide open only for the human who is moving. But if you are not moving, it won't open. You will say that I found it closed and then I didn't go. But if you approach it, it opens. So the certificate that you have in your hand today is a sliding door. It is made out of a glass so you can see through the other side. Destiny, success, and promised land. The sliding door will stay closed until you make a move. So you should make that move, because doors have transcended their functional purpose to become powerful metaphor in the realm of life. They serve as a gateway between worlds, both physical and metaphorical, representing transitions, choices, and the unknown. They represent thresholds of transformation, the passage from one state of being to another, often accompanied by challenges, discoveries, and self-realizations. Doors symbolizes transitions, marking the beginning of the new journey, chapters and opportunities. They are not just physical objects. They can be imbued with emotion. A slow, hesitant approach to a door suggests fear or uncertainty. A slamming of a door can convey anger or frustration. The act of opening or closing a door can signify determination, hesitation, or fear. These academics can only show you the door. You are the one who has to walk through it. And a locked door can represent a hidden secret or a repressed memory. And a revolving door can symbolize being stuck in a cycle or a routine. A door slowly swinging in the wind can represent abandonment. If opportunity doesn't knock, build the door. Don't wait for one door to close for the other to open. Build it and walk in it, and you are becoming a leader. Like the proverbial shepherd that opens the kraal and the sheep follow to the grassland. I hope you will lead from the front, not from the back. Not like the shepherd who leads from the back, and the sheep scatter when hearing the voice of such a shepherd, as if the voice resembles that of a wolf. It can be a good shepherd who came not to abolish, but to fulfill the law. This shepherd will not be taking care of his sheep. The grand societal challenges that we have in the country, it is up to you. The ball is in your court to help solve those problems. And if you are not agile, just remember the audio cassette. They had side A and side B. They were disrupted by the CD. And the CD, it was logical for it to be named CD because side A, side B, and C and D. From diploma to degree, the applications are open. You can apply so that we be like these ones with the red gowns, so that they don't stand for long. And give me a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, now that you have graduated, you have become part of the UNISA alumni. You are not part of the illustrious circle of excellence. Your responsibility is to contribute and help define tomorrow. These are things you can do to help shape future in service of humanity. You can become an e-shooter, continue your lifelong journey with the College of Graduate Studies. And lastly, as I was saying that you should repeat after me, donate and become Reiki so that others can also study. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I would like you to rise for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are to be found on page 25 of the program, and to remain standing after the anthem to enable me to dissolve the congregation. You are also requested to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall. You may be standing. By virtue of the powers vested in me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa.